We're going to open a new incense. You can go on and skip ahead if you just want to get straight into the reading. I'll have it timestamped. For some reason, I just felt like, oh yes, opening this with you guys. This is my favorite incense, the Satya Sai Baba, the super hit version. And if any of you know the Byredo, is it Byredo? Byredo? I don't know how to pronounce it. Perfume, gypsy water. It smells very similar. Gonna light our green candle today. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Okay. I want to just rely a little bit more heavily on the cards today. But there was just a couple preliminary messages coming through. Super simple, but somebody needs to just double down on hydration. Drink water. I'm drinking water today. Remember to drink water, and I'm hearing something about imbibing your water or putting something into your water. Maybe that could be like electrolytes or like some mint or some lemon or something. Put something in the water. Could also be a call for some of you to look into crystal water, either putting crystals into the water itself. Just check that they're water safe, because not all of them are, or else placing crystals in a grid around your water, especially if you're setting it up overnight. Set the crystals in a grid around your drink. And you can also put symbols, prayers, words of affirmation, write them on a piece of paper underneath the water so that it's facing up to the water. And also nourishment. So hydrate and nourish. I think there is some call back to the physical vessel and ensuring that that is nourished and hydrated. What can I say? Hi, welcome. We're going to get into the reading. I'm going to start with tarot. I'm going to leave it completely open as to what the reading is about today. Let's see what it is. Is there any, can we set the tone for the reading here? Okay. Seven of Cups is coming out in reverse. This is a little bit of what I was getting before that I just didn't want to rely too heavily on, but the Seven of Cups, what I'm feeling for this in reverse is that this time for you now is a time where you are feeling called to rest. And I know that might sound like counterintuitive as far as like Seven of Cups and like all these opportunities, all these dreams, all these wishes kind of in the offing, in the background, all coming in at the same time, all seeming like they have equal weight, all seeming like you could literally take any path, go any direction that you choose, and you can. And that is where the rest is coming in. The previous method that you have had for navigating times of stress, opportunity, multiple choice questions is you've tried to eat everything all at once. Like you've tried to be like, right, let's get the paper, let's get the pen, let's make a list, let's prioritize everything A, B, C, D, E, and let's get it all done. Like I'm going to do absolutely everything, and I'm going to do it in the most efficient way, and I'm going to be completely perfect at it. And here is the Seven of Wands coming out as well, and this may have possibly been just simply a like method that you adopted to, like I'm hearing like an adaptive method that you adopted to meet the standards that were set for you by people who just simply either saw your excellence. Like there's a tiny little thread of like they just wanted you to handle everything, and they wanted to like they kind of like handed you this responsibility, and they didn't let you know that you are also able to rest. You were not also gifted the same at the same time. You weren't also given that permission to rest. You were only ever given permission to take care of things, permission to hold responsibility, permission, you know, it was like this unspoken expectation that you would just live up to and exceed people's expectations. And I think not only did you get very jaded with that very fast, you also took that voice inward. Judgment at the bottom of the deck took that voice inward to be the voice of self-judgment, to be the like the master with the stick that was holding you to the expectations. You no longer needed other people to be browbeating you, is what I'm hearing. What does that even mean? You no longer needed other people to be like, you know, like the master with the stick. You actually became that master for yourself. Hanged Man coming out. This may be really difficult for you, and Hierophant on the bottom of the deck. And the Wheel of Fortune, okay? This might be a little bit tricky for you. Yeah, we've got some nudie folks in these cards, so I don't think I can show you, like, maybe I'll just show it to you like this. I think that's okay. Okay, so we've got the Hierophant, the Hanged Man, and the Wheel of Fortune. This deck is actually a highly dramatic deck. It's my tarot that I work with. Let me just come back to the message. These are 3 major arcana coming out for you here. So this is an extremely pivotal message for you to hear at this point in time. The Hanged Man is all about being put into a forced different perspective, can be one interpretation, or else moving yourself into that position of I need to see things differently now. I need to look at things differently now. And also this is also coming together and pairing with the feeling of having to wait, having to be patient. And this can be like kind of excruciating for somebody who is used to stepping up to the plate, used to carrying out all of the tasks A, B, C, D, used to getting everything done. Confirmation. The Hanged Man is reminding you that this is a sacred choice of yours at this time to realign yourself to your inner wisdom. Hierophant speaks of wisdom, and to realign the foundation that you are building for yourself. Because what you have realized is that the Wheel of Fortune that has thrown all of these events and these opportunities and these learning things in your direction, like the wheel is going to keep spinning and keep spinning, and it is up to you to decide, how do I want to carry myself forward in the world? Do I always want to be the one who is sort of overwhelmed? I'm getting this sense of overwhelm with these 2 sevens. Do I want to be, do I want to be constantly in the state of burnout? Because at this point, something needs to change. I am kind of done with like pedaling and like I'm seeing like, you know, like a duck, you know, or like a swan or something calm and serene on top of the water and like paddling like crazy underneath. Like maybe no one else sees anything except the calm veneer, the I've got it all together like persona. And like it's not a facade, because a lot of you does really have it together, but it's just maybe not perceptible. The amount of work that goes in the background, the amount of like earnestness, intention, energy, the amount of your life force energy that you put into everything that you do. And I think because you do that, more gets added to your plate, more gets asked of you. I'm going to move this smoke because dang, she's smoky. And I think it's just time. It's just time to actually stop and see what happens when you allow yourself time to stop. it may take some time for the wheel to stop spinning. It may take some time for the wheels of your mind to slow down, for the cogs to stop turning. Even how I'm speaking is like starting to kind of like settle down. And I think this is sort of something like a new, if you think about how you've been living your life, like, and how you like think of your dream life, if you were manifesting your dream life, would you be showing up in that life as someone who is constantly working, is constantly burnt out, is constantly like borderline on the realms of like being overwhelmed by everything that you're having to carry and do and manage and think of and organize, and Six of Wands coming out as well? Like, it really just feels like there is so many battles on your plate, and I'm just feeling this need to like let it go, like drop it. And I think that is really truly why the Hanged Man comes out. And it might be frustrating, but I'm going to ask you to self-impose some frustration to see like what's on the other side of that, because I'm feeling like the gifts and the blessings and the wisdom and insight that you need comes from giving yourself that pause and that permission that nobody else ever gave you. If you're looking for a permission slip, you know, consider yourself permissed. Consider this the permission slip, basically. Coming back to the start message again, to rest, to nourish yourself, to hydrate. I'm going to do that right now. Do we have any advice? Do we have any advice for who's watching this? No. Maybe not. Nope. I'm coming to another deck. They're holding out on me. The candle is sputtering and going crazy. I lit the green candle because I wanted to call in the energy of abundance into the reading. And ooh, we've got compassion, clearing wounds, and restore. Oh, how perfect is that? How perfect is that? 22 as well. Twos might be significant for you. This just is in alignment with what we've been saying. Like compassion, this is talking about self-compassion so much, and also possibly compassion for those who have held you to those high standards. But I would say majority of this compassion is due to you. You need to start healing your relationship to work and your relationship to rest also, and the balance between those two. Confirmation and clearing wounds. So this might run a little bit deeper than what you even know or are aware of in your system. Pink tourmaline is such a beautiful gemstone, such a beautiful gemstone. That might be something that you want to work with. That might be something that you want to instill in your water as well. I don't think it's water safe. I would say that's one to put outside the water. Again, please make sure that you verify this from a source other than me, please. Any other messages or advice? I feel like you might also really like to laugh. I think that laughter might be quite healing for you at this time, and that can also really help to lighten the load when you're feeling like, what the heck am I supposed to be doing with my time when I'm resting? You know, when you're used to really like go, go, go. It can help within the rest to build in times of like, you know, watching funny movies, hanging out with friends, people who make you laugh, and embed laughter into the rest, and that can be a portal for you into understanding the benefits and like the gems that are hidden within the realms of rest as well. Okay, let's see. Ooh, emerald platinum, unconditional love, patience, and nourishment. I mean, you know, it's all coming together. Number 25. So cool. I mean, unconditional love, really, again, like give the unconditional love to yourself, and also be around people who make you feel sparkly, and who make you feel loved, who make you feel unconditionally loved, who bring out that lightness within you, and who make you like, who give you that permission to just rest, let everything drop, and to not perform, to not be like in a space of being judged according to what you can bring to the table, but more for like who you are is beautiful to them, and who you are is like, that's all. Like, it's just because you are, they accept you as you are, basically. You know what I'm trying to say. Patience and nourishment. Oh yes, the patience is definitely coming through again strongly. And also I think this can be super helpful if you are around those people who accept you so deeply and have the patience with you as you are learning. Oh, I'm getting like a knot in my stomach. This is going to need more than just you. This is you giving to yourself, yes, but it's also about having your team of friends and beautiful people around you to help you fully embody that mirror to you, that you have permission to rest. Yeah, and the nourishment, of course, is again coming through. Physical nourishment and also emotional nourishment. So earth anchor is coming out, also rootedness, recalibration, and kundalini rising. Ooh, that's an interesting one. It's funny how rootedness and kundalini rising are coming up together. I mean, root chakra is the abode of Shakti. She rests there at the base of the spine, right at the cervix. If you're a woman, like deep down in your root, that's your base, that's your like core power, I want to say. Rootedness, recalibration, kundalini rising. Love that. One more. No? Yeah, one more. We're going to look through our animals. What a beautiful message today. Rest, recalibration, becoming more rooted. The rootedness is also making me feel, again, that possibly if you are in that state of burnout, that you have been neglecting your body. Again, another just confirmation. Ooh, camel and cheetah. Wow. I'm going to have to look these up. Yeah, the camel is again bringing me back to like that idea of like having enough in your stores, like how the camel can store, is it fat or water in its hump, to sustain it for long journeys. And that's the same with you. I think, yeah, you're used to like going and being on the run, kind of like the cheetah, and like, yeah, it's to that point now where you need to learn the other side of things, of like being able to be slow, being able to nourish yourself. So the camel is resourceful, independent, knows oneself. I feel that really strongly is your energy. The camel can handle absolutely anything, but this is because it carries a wealth of nourishment within, okay? So even though we know that you can handle anything and you can run on adrenaline, I want you to really double down on nourishing yourself as well, because that is ultimately what allows you to show up fully as yourself in the world. Even in the face of excess heat, such as judgment or anger, the camel searches inside for the cool elixir of water to calm the situation. Wow, the camel represents the ultimate form of bringing opposites into balance. Yeah, so what we were saying about like work and rest, like work and play, and balancing those two sides of you together. Like, yes, you can work hard, but you also need to like rest hard, you know? Okay. The camel is a wonderful traveler and is especially fond of trips to faraway lands. When out of balance, dehydrated. What did I say? What did I say? Dehydrated, lacks vitality. Yeah, so take care of you, okay? Cheetah. Oh, freaking love that. Solar force. Yeah, so this is like, even these two cards are like bringing each other into balance, okay? Because the lunar force with the moon and the solar force with the cheetah. Oh, God. this just like blows my mind how much synchronicity comes in here for you guys. Okay. Solar force, action, achievement, masculine energy. The cheetah is the epitome of the solar forces at work. The sun doesn't shine into the cheetah, it shines from inside this great creature and expands outwards to brighten the universe. And that is you shining your light. Okay, the cheetah personality naturally attract an audience to bear witness to their remarkable achievements. Okay, this is like the pro and the con here. Purpose and passion are the best fuel for a cheetah's forward momentum. So if you're lacking in those areas, reconnect to the why before you start running. When in balance, achieves anything, boundless energy. When out of balance, impatient and competitive. And to bring into balance, reconnect to purpose. It's possible that you may have become so, like bogged down in the details of everything that you need to take care of that you're forgetting your why. But also, like, that is why the camel energy comes into balance. This cheetah energy, that is why the nourishment is coming forward. You know, that is why the rootedness is coming forward, the compassion, the unconditional love, the patience and nourishment, and even like the channel like messages and advice that were coming through as well are all in alignment of this. So take care of you, have the best day, and I will see you so shortly in my next one. Blessings be.